Howdy, partners! Welcome to the Haunted Chronicles, episode 155. Thank you to Todd and Jeff from Detroit Paranormal Expeditions for joining us last week, and that's available on the on-demand section of Paramania Radio. Tonight's guest is Junebug Fugitt, who is in the Haunted Chronicles green room. He is currently training our sea monkeys to jump through Cheerios, like a single unit of Cheerio. Like little, yeah. Power up with a Cheerios breakfast. We put oats within everyone's reach by transforming the simple oat into a crunchy cereal. The versatility of Cheerios means anyone, anywhere can enjoy the power of oats. Make Cheerios a part of your well-balanced breakfast. I am Mr. Haunted, joined by Brock, the Wild Weedle Burrows, and let's hear it for the birthday girl, Jennifer Jigglypuff Runyon.
Yay! Happy birthday!
Okay, tomorrow I feel very special because it's extended into today, which has been quite lovely. But I do want to say one thing. I really hope Junebug has a lot more luck with those sea monkeys than I did when I was growing up, because I freaking killed them all. So.
You know, with those sea monkeys, they in my comic books, that I still have, they showed them laying in lounge chairs with drinks,
I know, right?
playing tennis, and they didn't do any of that.
I mean, lounging like beautifully on the lounge chairs,
like they're at a barbecue.
Mine always smoked crack, so
that's not normal at all.
But probably very entertaining.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But bless their little monkey hearts.
Yes.
And we sent them to rehab, and they're okay now.
Yeah.
So how's the birthday girl?
Hey, I'm good. I'm great. Actually, I'm gonna have my whole family with me tomorrow, and we're gonna have a nice dinner and just celebrate. And very sweet. Thank you for celebrating, you guys. I appreciate it.
Uh-oh.
Well, I have breaking news.
Oh.
I personally have breaking news.
Oh.
And I know Dave's not ready yet. I don't care.
Okay.
Oh.
Dave is on it.
So, I shouldn't miss any more Friday shows during football season.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
I have resigned from the football team.
Holy mackerels. Breaking news. You heard it here first.
Yes, and no one has responded to my email except for the old equipment manager who has retired. So it goes to show you how much they really cared. They started we've had an increased flux of. We took on a whole new department, the provost office at work, and so we added almost 200. I think it's 150 plus user, 300 plus devices, and it's one of those areas that we're overloaded, and now I have 5 people reporting to me covering desktop support, and they had called and texted me Wednesday about doing headsets. Well, they texted me like 3:00 Wednesday about doing headsets for Thursday afternoon, and I'm like, I can't do it. I'm on an interview committee, and we have an interview, and they didn't understand that, and he said, well, they're going to want to do it for pretty much all the practices in the spring, and probably going to have a chance to do it on most of the practices in the summer. And I'm like, that's not going to work. I can't take that much leave. And it's just been spiraling down. The new coaching staff is different. Yes, I get that. It's a change.
Yeah.
But when your head coach doesn't acknowledge you when you speak to him, and he doesn't ever talk to you, then that's a clear sign that you're not wanted. And so I'm going to take my talents elsewhere. And
I think you are doing the right thing. When you are not feeling appreciated, it's time to move on.
Well, and it became where it wasn't fun, anymore. And I've been doing it since I was a freshman in 97. So 21 years. And they pretty much don't have the courtesy to respond. So, with that being said, there won't be any Haunted Chronicles from the hotel room anymore. I'll get that extra day back a weekend. So, You all stuck with me.
And and we all are toasting you right now. I have my coconut water
Awesome.
up above my head, saying a toast to Brock on his new journey and to being appreciated.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I told him, I said, Jimmy's show trumps you all. Sorry.
Good day, sir.
So, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi, how are you? How are you?
Well, I don't have anything prepared, but I'll tell you.
Okay.
I took a Facebook poll this week when I asked your best or favorite songs, chants, or rhymes from any horror films. And I got so many great responses that I think we're going to do a show
Nice.
on all those songs and rhymes,
Ooh.
chants. And that's going to be a hoot.
It will be a hoot.
But, mentally, I'm happier than the baby ring-tailed hippo floating down an azure river while reading the latest Women's Day magazine while drinking a mint julep with a little umbrella in it, like she's freaking Elkie Summers.
Like she's Fiona, the hippo, the baby that I'm in love with, Jim.
I know.
Nice.
Oh, that's fun.
Little Fiona.
Little Fiona.
Little Fiona.
Now, how big are baby hippos when they're born?
I don't know, but
Somebody look that up.
Yeah, somebody look that up. And you know what? She's 101 pounds right now. So I'll love her for a little while longer. And once she gets to be a big old mama hippo, I'll check in on her. But right now she's just my love because she's cute and little. Yeah.
Before we get to our guest who's waiting so patiently, it's almost 8:30. When I think of UFOs, which Junebug's going to talk about, along with other things, for some reason I think of cows, and I have some breaking news. Well, it was a while ago, but I'm calling it breaking. A Brazilian man died due to injuries sustained when a cow fell through the roof of his bedroom while he was sleeping. I hate when that happens.
That sucks.
Yeah, because it happened to me when I escaped without injury. But this is Joe D'Souza and his wife were asleep in bed when a 3,000-pound cow crashed through the roof. The cow is believed to have escaped from a nearby farm, then walked onto the roof, which abuts a steep hillside. Unable to support the weight, the roof caved in, at which point the cow fell 8 feet onto poor Mr. D'Souza. And I have a quote. "Being crushed by a cow in bed is the last way you expect to leave the earth," said D'Souza's brother. Told newspapers.
You think?
I have an actual reenactment of what happened.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, and that's the actual reenactment.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, how was the cow?
The cow escaped with minor injuries.
Minors, that's right. Okay.
Man,
wow.
we've been trying to schedule tonight's guest basically from December 13th, 2013.
Wow.
He's currently working on a book about his experiences, and he's an investigator with the Mutual UFO Network and co-founder of Appalachian UFO Research Society, Junebug Fugitt. Thank you, finally, Junebug. Junebug!
Junebug?
All right.
Okay,
So
well.
I'm going to play Junebug.
Okay, Jimmy acting
Yes.
as Junebug. Hi, Junebug.
Hello.
Yeah.
Thank
Hey!
you for having us.
Hello?
Thank you for having
There
us.
he is. He's there. There he
sorry.
is.
Junebug.
I've been chasing the monkeys in the green room. They've got a mess.
There you go. Touche.
Cheerios everywhere. I'm sorry. There's Cheerios. It'll take you weeks to clean this up.
For the listeners that just came into the chat, Junebug was chasing the sea monkeys in our green room.
Yeah.
And is with us now.
Yay. Hi, Junebug.
Howdy, howdy. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Thank you. So nice to have you here.
I've been listening to you guys pretty much since the beginning. Longtime supporter of Paramania. Dave and Jenny, good people.
Aw,
Yeah. And
that's
and
nice.
Junebug, you normally work Friday nights, right?
Always. I'm never off on a Friday.
So you listen the next day, and he messaged me every week how much he liked the show, and
Aw.
we finally got him on.
I can't participate in the chat room, so I just emailed Jimmy back and forth there on Facebook. So I can share the experience.
And look, your night, you get a night off, and you're coming to hang with us. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, glad to be here finally.
And he needs no introduction to scary movie celebrity birthdays, which he will join us with right now.
Yeehaw.
We need like an intro song for this. We need to come up
Yeah, like somebody singing like a crazy thing, a happy birthday or scary or something.
Happy birthday,
Oh.
dear friend. We sing to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. We
That's wonderful.
Yeah, we did used to use that once in a while.
I like that.
All right.
Okay.
That's creepy.
Yep.
Very scary. Okay. Christopher Walken. He was the Headless Horseman in Sleepy Hollow, The Prophecy in The Dead Zone, amongst other things. Christopher Walken.
Okay, Junebug, you go first because you're our guest.
Okay, thank you. I want to say 72.
Okay. Brock.
Birthday girl goes first.
Okay.
Or second. Second.
Okay. I'm going to say 69.
You talking to me? I think it's closer to what Junebug had. I'm going to say 73.
He's 73 today and will be 74 next week.
Very good.
That guy is kind of creepy in himself. I mean,
Yeah, he's so interesting.
yes.
And how about Shirley Jones? I squeezed Shirley in because she was in Zombie Night, 2013 TV movie, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and Beyond the Poseidon Adventure, and of course was Shirley Partridge in The Partridge Family. Shirley Jones. Junebug?
63.
Oh, she loves you. Okay, Junebug, I'm going to go way up. I'm going to say 85.
Wow.
87?
She'll be 83 years old.
Oh.
I
Ouch.
was
Okay.
a lot younger than that, actually.
We lost a
Missed it a
listener.
And we wish her, to get through this year also. We don't want to ruin anything.
Yeah.
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 I got one more for you.
I don't know who one
Al-
more is.
Alec Baldwin, who was in Mercury Rising, The Shadow, and Beetlejuice.
He's got to be around 66.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to say 62.
I'm going to say 60.
I'll be 59.
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
I thought he was older.
I did too.
It's the drugs. Oh, did I say that on live?
It's a seamless
It's that- yeah.
sharing with Alec.
That hard laugh.
And
Yeah.
and we're not gonna guess age, but we're just gonna wish happy birthday to a woman whose credits include Silent Night, Bloody Night 2, Carnosaur, Murder, She Wrote, Quantum Leap, Ghostbusters, To All a Good Night, and Bloodsucker Jones versus Creeping Death.
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer Runyon, the most famous person born next week. Great.
26.
Yay!
Oh, 24.
Okay. I'll take it.
Yeah, 24.
So Junebug.
I'll take it. Thanks, Junebug. Thank you, Brock. Thank you, Dave. Jimmy, you didn't guess.
No, I don't know.
You already know.
19 or so.
19. Yeah.
Junebug, tell me about that haunted apartment that we were talking about earlier.
Okay, when my mom and dad first got married, they lived in this little duplex. They always called it an apartment, but it was a duplex. Lived there for a couple months when they first got married, and then I was pretty much born into the apartment there. And they had all kinds of weird activities going on there. They would sleep with the closet light turned off every night. It was one of those old chain lights that you had to pull the chain with to get the light to come on. So they would have that turned off in the night, and they would sleep with like the kitchen light on or something like that. But they would wake up every morning, and that closet light would be turned on. So somebody had to pull that chain to get the light to come on. So it was pretty creepy, and that went on for like every night while they lived there. And this one day, they had been cleaning all day, using the vacuum and everything. They went out to get something to eat, and they came back, and there was an old black and white picture sitting on top of the vacuum inside that closet. These 3 old women in a cornfield. So that was kind of creepy because it wasn't there before.
That's creepy already. 3 old ladies in a cornfield.
Right.
Okay.
I think it was
was it a picture of family members, or was it just some random weird picture?
They didn't know any of the women in there, but they showed it to the landlord, and he happened to know one of the women. He said, "Oh yeah, that's so and so, whoever," and it was a pretty creepy thing.
Oh my God! Yeah.
And, they lived there till I was like 16 months old, and there was always stuff going on like that, stuff moving around in the apartment, and lights coming on, knocking on the walls, and all that good stuff. So they bought a trailer, and they moved into it when I was about 16 months old. And there was one day I was taking a nap on the couch, and just a little baby, and my mom was taking a shower while I was napping on the couch, and I saw this weird skinwalker guy just appear into the living room. I remember it clearly. I was 16 months old, but I remember it like anything. He kind of just like formed into the floor like a rock or something. Any of the stories I've seen on skinwalkers, that's what I compare it to. He would have been a skinwalker. He just kind of popped up out of the floor and staggered around like he was lost, and kind of had this weird sway and walk. And I was screaming, crying and stuff because he woke me up from my nap. And my mom was in the shower. She never heard a word of it, anything that's going on in there. So the guy was like trying to, I guess, find his feet or whatever. He's just staggering around there. He walked up to me, got up in my face, like trying to shh, and like up in my face, like, "Be quiet, kid." And I was just terrified, screaming and crying, had my eyes closed, and then I just kept my eyes shut. So I don't know if he actually stayed in the house or if he walked out the door, or what became of him after that, because I had my eyes closed. Next thing I remember, my mom came out of the shower, like, "What's wrong with you?" So he was gone then. We never saw him anymore.
What did it look like?
He had like a tribal look to him, like black face paint with like white around his eyes and his mouth and stuff. And I even like recall some sort of like a tribal necklace hanging from him, like bone type necklace around his neck, and like a grass skirt type deal. It was weird.
Oh wow!
I don't know if it's like he was actually like really dark shadow guy, or if he had like face paint on, or what that was all about. But I remember like it was all black and white on his face. It was really creepy.
Wow.
What's the theory behind skinwalkers? Like, are they known in certain circles as like what kind of activity is usually associated with a skinwalker?
I've never actually heard anything of them being out east here. It's always like around the desert and stuff, Indians and stuff like that. So it's kind of weird. But he matches that description that he would have been a skinwalker. They tend to be like Indian tribes and stuff, though. Like the cursed. If anybody messes with the cursed Indian burial ground or whatever, then the skinwalker spirits will appear.
You know what's weird is that I'm looking it up quick online, and they have like 10 people told their stories and what they saw when they saw a skinwalker, and one of them just wrote, it moved like a toy rocking horse. So,
wow.
Yeah, that would be it. He had like this way to his walk. It was about like that.
Wow, what was he doing over there?
I don't know what that was about. It was really weird. I've seen stuff like that all my life, though. It's pretty normal to me. I don't know if it's from being in that haunted duplex or what, but it tends to follow me ever since that young age.
Did your rest of your family see any or hear anything in the houses you grew up in, or just you?
Yeah, my parents would always see like the lights coming on and stuff in that duplex. And one time when I was about 4 years old, we were there in that trailer that I lived in when I was a kid. And my mom had woke up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and a hand like grabbed her ankle from underneath the bed.
Oh.
And
No.
other than that and the skinwalker, that's really the only thing we ever had in that trailer. But we had that old mattress in the duplex, so I think it was something with the mattress. Maybe it had somehow tied to that. The spirits or whatever were connected to that mattress, because my dad had got it from like his parents. It was like 40 years old whenever he got it, and he had passed it down, and he just took it to the duplex whenever my mom and him got married. So then one day when I was like 7 years old, they finally broke down and bought a new mattress, and they took the old one back down to my dad's childhood home. And one time we were down there, I was like 7, and there was a power outage, big storm. And my mom was in the living room by herself. My dad and my uncle were out shopping or something. And I was in the back bedroom with my aunt playing with her, and my sister was a baby at that time. We were back there with my aunt, and my mom was in the living room by herself during the power outage. And she said that someone just like came up to her ear and said, "Linda," and that was her name.
Oh, creepy.
And so the mattress was there at the time, so I guess the spirit connected to that mattress would have remembered her, and he was saying hi.
Wow.
My mattress said, one time it said, Posturpedic, and it said its name, so it was really scary. It was verification.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
When I was probably like 8 years old, then we were moving furniture there at my aunt's house, and my dad was moving that mattress into another room and getting it out of the way or whatever. It was an old mattress. So I was helping him carry it through the house, and I saw blood stains on the mattress, like 3 fingerprints of blood, like you had dipped 3 fingers in blood and it had drug across the mattress. So we came to the conclusion then maybe this mattress is not good to have, so we took it out and burned it.
Yeah. It might be time to retire the mattress.
A lot of people are going to have nightmares tonight because most people have a mattress when they go to bed tonight. They're going to think,
Yeah. A haunted mattress.
Yeah, you always hear the stories of people having a monster under the bed and a hand grabbing them and stuff, so it actually happened to my mom.
Oh.
Yeah, and for listeners, do not let your hands or feet hang off the bed. Ever.
I do it.
Oh, no.
I have to.
We have a minute left before break already. Junebug, could you tell people not in chat some of your links so they could like your pages and follow, especially your YouTube channels are great.
Yeah, I've got a whole family of YouTube channels. Thank you. I've got the Appalachian UFO Research Society. I've got a channel for that one, and I try to update all these as much as I can. It's tough sometimes. Been studying chemtrail activity in the last 4 or 5 years or so, so I set up a YouTube channel for chemtrail, and I'm a West Virginia chemtrail tracker on that, WV chemtrail tracker. And then I have the one for my book that I hope to finally finished one day called In Dark Places. And that's on YouTube as well. And they can find me on Facebook, Junebug Fugitt, and on the Appalachian UFO Research Society page on there.
Yeah, and the videos are so good and funny. I wish I could do that.
Thank you.
I think we're at break already. We're at break. After this song in honor of Shirley Partridge, whatever her real name is, we'll see you in a few minutes. Welcome back to the Haunted Chronicles. We're talking to Junebug Fugitt. Thank you, everyone in the chat room, for coming, and shout-outs for the chat room. Dr. Dave, Junebug, Randy, Lance, Brock, Desi, Bian, Hank, and Russell, Maggie, Cheryl Carter, who is our guest next week, Indy Dwayne, Vicky Johns, Colin Sculptor, Nicholas, Susan, Max, Christy, Frankie B, Dawness, Kimberly, Scott, and Frankie C. And you got some shout-outs, Junebug?
Just want to say howdy to everybody. Lance, Kevin, Ron, James, Kyle.
And how about Brandon sitting in the kitchen there?
Yeah, Brandon's listening too. He's in there playing Minecraft right now, I think.
I can see him. Tell him to go. Go, little buckaroo. So, on your YouTube channel, you have the one I keep talking about, because I keep watching all these videos. It's called In Dark Places, and I'm sharing the link a lot. But there's one called My Fairy Sighting, and that's my favorite one. Can you tell us about your fairy sighting?
Yeah, it was so creepy. We'd been living there since I was 18, and this was probably when I was like 21, I guess. And seen tons of ghosts and knocks on the doors and windows and stuff like that since we lived there. So we got pretty well used to it. And this one day I was just sitting there. I was home alone, and me and the cat were sitting there watching TV in the living room, and heard this weird noise coming from the kitchen. And like zzz, I looked in there, and I saw this little white light bouncing around in the floor, and I was just kind of awestruck, like, you don't see that every day. And my cat saw it too. She jumped up out of my lap and ran into the kitchen and was ready to smell, but it disappeared about the time the cat got up to it, so she was smelling on the floor then. It was weird. I can only guess that was a fairy. I don't know what that would have been.
Wow.
That's a weird story. But you gotta watch the video. Gotta watch the video.
It's so creepy.
And we're also talking about, do you have can we talk about a friend who's been actually abducted?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my UFO page, Appalachian UFO Research Society, we've had tons of great interactions, met a lot of good people through that. We've set up our own little network. And this one gentleman has been abducted several times, pretty much all his life. He's had implants removed, and he's really been through it. And they've been running tests on him over the years, and just really bad things have been happening to him. And he's a great guy.
Tell him we'd like him as a guest in the future.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a lot of good stories.
So could he feel the implant? God,
he had one on his left shoulder, I believe it was, and he had it removed. He could feel it like right there in the skin, and he had it removed. He didn't have any abductions there for a long time after that. After he, I guess, is a tracking device or whatever. So they kind of backed off from him for a while, but now lately he's been seeing things again. So they've found him, I guess.
Wow.
And we had Heather Wade on, who told us a story about an implant she thought she had. Was it in her arm? I think after a UFO sighting, and she's coming on in the next couple months again. Also, by the way.
Very cool. Does he remember? Does he remember any, being abducted? Anything from the abduction?
Not a whole lot. Like mostly from dreams and things like that. It would come to him.
Yeah.
And he'll constantly see like shadow people and stuff like that in his house. And he sent me some pictures before of some of the things he's captured, and it's been pretty wild.
Oh my gosh!
What kind of pictures of?
He sent me a picture one time of a movie that he had been looking for. He didn't even realize it when he sent it. It was pretty weird. He sent a picture of the DVD. He's like, "Oh, look what I found at Walmart today," or whatever. And there's like this man in black, like the top hat and everything, shadow in the reflection of that DVD while he was holding it up to the camera. He wrote back. He said, "He's like, dude, I didn't see that at the time I sent the picture, but it looked like it was like right there beside of him."
Wow. I like to see that.
Stuff.
Yeah.
And we were going to do a whole show on the Mandela effect. We were talking about this on break, but everyone was doing Mandela effect at the same time, so we're trying to hold it off a little bit. But Junebug, you kind of did a little bit of research into the Mandela effect, and for people who don't know what that is, could you explain it to them?
I think it ties back to Nelson Mandela. That's where it got the name from. A lot of people remember him dying shortly after he got elected president of South Africa. And then, like, there were things on the news and everything, like tributes and stuff being on the news about him. And millions of people remember seeing this, that he was dead. And then, like, in 2011, I think it was on the news again. Oh, Nelson Mandela died today. And then everybody were kind of like, what? I thought he already died. There's a lot of things like that, weird logo changes and stuff like that. Like Chick-fil-A, I remember that like all my life ever since the first one I ever saw. It was spelled C-H-I-C, Chick-fil-A, because me and my buddies would always laugh about it. It looks French, like Chick-fil-A. But now all of a sudden
Chick-fil-A. I always called it Chick-fil-A.
Now all of a sudden there's a K on the chick part, so it's kind of weird.
And the weird thing about the Mandela effect is there was one. It's hard to explain. It's like, could you tell us about the Bible? Before I explain.
A lot of Bible verses have changed too, like common Bible verses on the Lord's Prayer and stuff like that. I always remember like, "Forgive us of our trespasses and those who have trespassed against us," but that's not there now. It says, "Forgive us of our debts and those who have debted against us," or something like that. It's weird.
Right. And then I heard of people finding one from old family Bible from 1880s or something, and it will have the new version in it.
Yeah, it's like
that's the old one. Or they'll talk about bottles before bottles were invented. The word, but right.
Yeah, it's really weird.
But
kind of like the movie Back to the Future is all true. It changes around people and no one notices it at the time.
Wow. Didn't you say there was a movie, Jimmy, or a movie we all swore we saw, or a TV show?
Oh, there's a few. The one was it was called Moonraker. It was a 007, James Bond movie.
Yeah.
And the guy had they called him Jaws because he had like gold or silver teeth or something, and everybody hated him because he was a bad guy or whatever. And then he met this girl who I thought had braces because when she smiled at him and he smiled back because they had something in common. And I remember seeing the sun shining on her braces, and it was glinting off her braces. And now if you watch it, it's not in there. She just smiles. She doesn't have braces. And then a lot of people swear that they remember that exact scene, but then there's people that bought the VHS, an old VHS that show no braces. So where do we get that from?
Yeah, it's not like it's been removed or anything for the special edition. It's just like it's never was there to start with.
Now, like Junebug, tell me about the Mr. Rogers thing.
Oh yeah, I always remember that he spelled his name with a D, like Rodgers. Because I have a friend named Roger, and that D was always in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood on the theme and stuff, and we've always just laughed at my friend Roger, like, man, he don't know how to spell his name.
So
spells it with a D.
Yeah. What's weird about that is I remember Rogers, but in your reality, you might have seen it with the DG, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to explain.
And he would sing the theme song, "It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood," but now, unlike Netflix and stuff, you can watch and he says, "It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood."
Right.
Oh, wow.
Because everyone remembers it as, all right, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, but it's really this neighborhood, they claim.
Yeah, it's so weird. And Star Wars, Luke, I am your father. It's like it was never said. Now he just says, no, I am your father. So it's all different now.
That one, trying to think of some more.
Luke, I am your father.
Wasn't there a movie too, Jimmy, though? You said there was a comedian, Sinbad?
Oh.
Right?
People were claiming there was a movie by Sinbad. Was it called like Shazam or something?
I remember
this.
I remember it.
But I think somebody said it was Shaquille O'Neal was in a movie and they kind of mixed it up or something.
Maybe that's what it was.
No, I remember it. I remember watching that movie.
Shazam.
Dave and I talked about this. Yeah, I remember it with what was his name again? Not Shaquille. Sinbad. And maybe it's because he always wore those baggy clothes.
Oh, Jennifer, I'm sorry, this is way off topic.
What?
Sinbad is in my favorite scene of, what's that Christmas movie? Their husband was producer.
The Christmas, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Stop whining!
Stop whining.
What's the, come on, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Story.
No.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Somebody
I should know this.
Junebug,
I'm looking it up.
A little bit about your UFO research. So, like how you got the page started, how you got involved in MUFON, and what MUFON means.
Okay, I met Kyle Lovren in 2010, shortly after my mom passed away. And he was on Coast to Coast with George Norrie. And I had always known him. He was a family friend and stuff. And ran into him at the store where I work at one day. And we started talking about UFOs and stuff. And like it would be cool to start up a group. So he had known this character, this known to Paramania, Chad McKenzie. He hooked up with him. They made a documentary together. So me, Kyle, and Chad, and another mutual friend named Mark Corbin, we got together one day and we started up the Appalachian UFO Research Society. We got over 1,100 likes now on Facebook, so we're moving right along.
I think Chad's an alien. I'm just saying.
And that's where I met you in Chad's chat room like 5 years ago, probably.
Yeah, I would always hang out in there, listen to Chad's shows, and we started talking in there.
Yeah. So what do you post on your page? And I kept saying Appalachian.
It's a lot of people, I guess, different dialects. They pronounce it differently. I like to get like reports that people tell me personally. I usually get that about once a week. People come into the store where I work and say, "Hey man, I saw a UFO yesterday," and stuff like that. And then I'll post about that. And then like on the slow days where nobody has reported anything to me personally, I'll look around like on MUFON's website and stuff like that, see anything that has any kind of a Appalachian Mountain Range connection to it. So it'll be kind of localized to our little group.
And I was telling you, because I'm like reluctant to tell people because, they already think I'm crazy enough, that when I was a kid, I saw a spiked UFO. It was just like a ball with spikes coming out of it. It was zigzagging around like maybe 100 feet over the water by a bridge we were driving over. And I asked my mother, I said, "What is that?" And she said, "What? What is what?" She didn't even see it. And I still, to this day, I'm thinking, did I really see it? Or, and you said, and I didn't know that, you said you've heard of those before.
Yeah, I've heard quite a few reports of those. And the gentleman that has the alien abductions, he saw one of those back in the summer. He was vacation. He was down in Myrtle Beach, I think it was. He was vacationing down there, and he saw one of those. He even had a picture of it, and I was, that's like the one Jimmy saw. Yeah,
and you know what? Is it more difficult nowadays because of Photoshop and all the, the movie editors people have to see if it's genuine or it's how could you tell if it's an airplane or a weather balloon or?
Yeah, that's
different characteristics.
That's been kind of a thorn in our side, all of our the UFO researchers, because there's so many like CGI effects and stuff they can use now. So you got to be real careful on stuff you see on YouTube because 90% of it's fake. And I never understood why anybody would want to fake that. Just if you saw a UFO, you saw it. But I guess they want to see more views on their page or whatever, so they make these little videos and stuff.
Like, you could actually make a video of actually see a UFO land in your backyard and have aliens come out of it and have lunch with them and put it up there, and no one will believe it, even if it's real.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of fake stuff out there now, and it just kind of ruins it for everyone now.
In the movie that we were talking about before was Jingle All the Way.
Yes. Jingle all the way.
Got that out of the way.
Yeah. Clear that up.
So, do you think UFOs are... what do you think UFOs are? Or do you have any... what's your theory?
I think they're probably most likely interdimensional, because it just seems so impossible for us to travel from one planet to another. I don't think they would... You never know, they might have that kind of technology. They could travel that far, but it just seems like it'd be more convenient to go through wormholes and stuff from other realities to come here.
Yeah. And I was hearing some crazy theories about... Do you have any theories about Antarctica?
Oh, yeah. Like the
what did you
alien...
hear?
Yeah, tell us.
What did you hear about that?
Yeah, tell us. I love this kind of stuff. I'm just enthralled right now.
There's supposedly an underground alien base in Antarctica, and you can see like pictures on Google Earth and stuff. It kind of looks like it's been cat litter boxed, spread over and stuff, airbrushed out of the picture and stuff like that. But people say there's actually bases there, in like in Alaska and different places all around the world.
Wow. Who is that? Was it Byrd? Was it damn. I think it was Admiral Byrd was his name. And
didn't he come forward and say and admit that there is that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
I read that too.
He was like interviewed, and he said, like, this is maybe back in the 50s or 60s or whatever. But he went to Antarctica and said, "Oh my God, there's so much stuff there. There's so much natural resources, and we're gonna go there like every day and do whatever." And then there was never any other mention about it. Like isn't there some kind of like rule that nobody goes there, or did I just make that up? Like a treaty or something?
That's Fight Club.
Yeah, it ties in with like the Hollow Earth theory too. He supposedly went on this expedition through Antarctica and went through the inside of the planet and saw like this whole other world inside our planet. It was, there's a lot of videos on YouTube about that. It's some freaky stuff there.
I didn't know that. I'm going to look that up.
Mm-hmm.
It says here the Antarctic Treaty, this is real, was signed in Washington on December 1st, 1959, by the 12 countries whose scientists have been active in and around Antarctica during the of 1957, 1958. And it's it's like a thing that says like don't go there. Like nobody goes there. No countries can recognize claims to it. Yeah. I'll shut up now.
Well, I just think that, when people poo-poo all this stuff, I just think, who are we to think that there isn't other, beings in this, universe and whatever. I mean, there's got to be. There can't just be us. That'd be weird.
Yeah, there's all those stars and stuff you see in the sky at night. There's no way that we're the only ones with life.
Right. I mean, there's just no way. That would be very arrogant, I think, of us to believe that.
And we have a few minutes left, but you also have a chemtrail channel on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
How could they find that one? I'll find that one.
It is WV Chemtrail Tracker. And I kind of accidentally stumbled into chemtrail research because I would be out watching for UFOs every night, and they were kind of cutting into my space. I couldn't see the sky anymore. So I was like, what's with all these weird clouds that are just covering up the whole sky? I can't see my UFOs now.
Uh-huh.
What is a chemtrail?
Like on the passenger jets, they'll leave like this little... When I was a kid, it was always just this little small white trail behind them as they go, and it's frozen ice particles or whatever up in the higher elevation. higher altitude, and it just forms condensation and it evaporates after a few minutes. But these chemtrails will come out and just scatter across the whole sky, and like it'll be perfectly blue sky, and within a couple hours the whole sky is gray, just completely covered with
this. We have them here all the time, and I've posted pictures on the pages too, and it looks more like a checkerboard, almost like they're covering area. And what are the theories behind that?
A lot of people think it's into weather manipulation. They want to play around with our weather for some reason, I guess, to play like they're God or whatever. They don't want God to do the weather anymore, so they're going to see if they can do it. And they'll cause droughts and floods, or I'm pretty sure like the forest fires down in Tennessee last year were caused by all the chemtrails and stuff. They caused a drought, so there was no rain like all summer last year down in Tennessee. I own a house down there. That's another video I posted of some EVPs on that house. I bought it back in 2015, and I'll go down there and clean up the place and cut the grass and stuff like that. And the grass did not grow at all last summer because there was no rain. So then all those forest fires came in. So it makes me think it was probably the chemtrails that caused the drought down there.
Yeah, and speaking of EVPs, we have a couple minutes left, but what EVPs did you get from your house? We weren't able to process them in time for the show, but what kind of voices did you get?
I couldn't really understand them. You could tell they were definitely voices, and you could hear kind of like a throat clear noise and like some kind of a muffled voice. It sounds like to me it says backyard, and I don't know if that's what it's actually saying, but it's kind of weird because I was not in the house at the time, and you could hear just tons of little like knocks on the floor and like things falling down and everything. And
footsteps.
Just weird stuff like that. And usually I can sense like spirits and stuff like that where I've been around it since I've been born pretty much. And I never sensed anything in that house. I didn't think it was haunted, but then just I decided to try to record some EVPs one day, and I ran into it.
Wow.
Guess what, guys? This can't be.
This went so fast.
Well, we know what that means. We're just going to have him back.
I think so, huh?
Definitely.
You've got to come back to
You can't go anywhere. You have to head it with us again.
Plus, he's got to get those sea monkeys out.
I know.
Oh, yeah, we got to clean all this up.
I know. It's a mess.
And as a parting gift, we are giving you the sea monkeys. Thank you. All right. Thanks, everybody. Next week is Sherilyn Carter. Thanks for joining us, Junebug. Good night, fellas.
Yeah. Good night, everybody. Night, Junebug. Jimmy. Bye.